Moved it, you're in the way of the camera. Ah, we've got a... Oh, timeout. We got a dachshund here. Let's see. Hello everyone, and welcome to Cretaceous Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Mattel Jurassic World Super Colossal Tyrannosaurus Rex. This is the big girl. This is the flagship toy of the Jurassic World toy line from Mattel, and one that I am extremely happy to have here in my collection at last. So I'm gonna go over the packaging here, and then I'm going to throw it over to Sam, Raptor Queen 89, who's going to do the actual review of the toy. So we have a very large box, as you can see. It is huge. And if you order from Amazon.com, you will actually get the actual Mattel shipper box that this comes in from the factory, which is super cool if you're a collector. The box is actually very similar to anything else in the line. It's just a lot bigger. You can see that the T-Rex is nicely protected within the packaging, except for the side where she is a bit exposed. But for the most part, seems pretty secure to me. Image of Blue and Owen on the side. At the lower right, you can see a child playing with the T-Rex. At the back, you get a large image of the T-Rex eating its way through those little dinosaurs. You get gigantic bite, swallows, and stores up to 26 mini dinosaurs. And you can see some of those mini dinosaurs on the lower left. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Raptor Queen 89 so that she can show you what this is like out of the box. Take it away, Sam.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Cretaceous Cantina. I'm back with another review, and this time it is the gorgeous Colossal T-Rex. Been very excited to review this, but as you can see, he's larger than the average cat. And my husband has affectionately named him Graham. Now this thing is absolutely huge, at 3 feet long. It is the largest Jurassic toy ever released. Absolutely dwarfs the other T-Rexes, the other Kenner Rexes at least. And it is just absolutely stunning. Just, I actually have no idea where I'm going to display this guy because he is just so colossal. And it's going to be an interesting dino to film. Because he's that big, it's very difficult for me to get him in frame. Her, I should say. Okay, so where do we start? I'm pretty sure this girl retails for around $55 perhaps in the States. Here in New Zealand, she goes for about 85, anywhere from 85 to 100, so pricey, but for what you're getting, totally worth it. I mean, she's very much like the Thrash and Throw, except minus the electronics. Although the battle damage version, which isn't available here, has an electronic roar and obviously all the dino damage paint. Let's have a look at her gorgeous head sculpt. I mean, it is really just a blown up version of the little Thrash and Throw here. So beautiful. What I love about this one in particular, you open the jaw, bottom jaw opens quite wide, and then the top jaw unhinges too, so she has an extra wide bite, which is awesome. I recently took this to my little cousin's place and let him have a play, and he just absolutely loved it. He wouldn't leave it alone. He could get his whole hand down its throat. So we've got beautiful sculpted detail here. Much like the Thrash and Throw, you've got the battle scars here down her neck. You've got a couple on her leg and her tail. Now the tail, when you take her out of the package, she comes packaged with just one leg attached. So you need to attach one of the legs, and the tail also needs to be attached. And it has this really cool sort of rubber tail. This section of the tail's all rubber, which is cool. So we at least have a little bit of feel real skin on her. Now her feet, they also rotate, which I kind of like to begin with, but now I think it's kind of annoying. You've got the little Jurassic World emblem on the bottom. You can't scan her into the app though. And right down here with the action feature, we see the little hatch. So much like the gulper, pick her up and let's feed her. Okay, so I have a small little herd of baryonyx, and I would have loved to have this girl as a child, just to do this, because every child wants to feed their T-Rex. Okay, give her a little jiggle. Let's see. There we go. And they're gone. Open her up. And check it out. You can retrieve them again. So that's quite cool. Ah, there they go. So, great little action feature. Works just as it should. And, oh yes, I should mention the legs too. Now the legs are great because they can lock into a few different positions. You can have her, for example, here, sniffing at the ground. Can move her up and she'll stay standing, which is number one function of a toy. It should always be able to stand unassisted. Oh, she's so difficult to get in frame. And then we can also have her in this upright position too. And as you can see, she's just balancing on her tail, but she doesn't need to. She will stand straight like that. Now if I move her around, oh my goodness, this is tricky. All right, you can have a look at that beautiful paint job. I mean, yeah, it's not accurate once again. Pretty much the same paint job as the thrash and throw, but I have seen some absolutely phenomenal repaints of this Rex in particular, and oh my goodness, they just look incredible because once again we have, you know, the Stan Winston skull right here. This is the Jurassic Park T-Rex, and once you see her repainted, she looks so film accurate. So yeah, if you guys are any good at painting, I'd give it a shot. She's definitely worth a repaint. If I get inspired enough, I may try my hand at repainting her. We'll just see how we go. Yeah, arms are the same deal, not painted like the thrash and throw, but still look beautiful. What else can I say about her? I'll give you a little view from the head. Front view for you. I love those big eyes. She is very, very cool. Now, let me try and do a little size comparison. The great thing about this Rex is she's probably the most stable out of all of the Rexes released, although I can't say the same for the Chomping because I still don't have her. But it doesn't really matter how you position her. She just stays standing. It's brilliant. Right, so my thrash and throw, if you have a look, completely dwarfs the thrash and throw, and they complement each other really, really well. Now I don't have my Rexes on me right now, my Kenner Rexes, but I mean you guys get the idea. She's huge. Well guys, thank you for watching another review.
And I just wanted to contrast for you how this is different from what Sam has been showing you of the regular Super Colossal T-Rex. As you can see, the box is very similar. The difference is that you get the battle damage designation. You also get the try me, since this version actually roars. And you'll also notice that there's a lot of blood on this girl. She has been through a few fights, it looks like, and luckily is living to tell the tale. At the back, you get a look at the toy itself. Very similar, once again, to the regular Super Colossal T-Rex. You can see a child interacting with it there in the example. It says, open mouth for a booming roar. Swallows and stores up to 20 mini dinosaurs. And then shows you a look at some of those mini dinosaurs on the lower part of the box. Dachshund! We got Dachshund here! See, she doesn't care. So once again, the biggest difference here is that you do have all of the battle damage, bloody scarring on the dinosaur, as well as the Roarin aspect of it. So basically, to get this to work, all you have to do is open the jaw a little bit. So really close down there. Do it again. There's that iconic roar that we all know and love. Just love the way that that sounds. Absolutely stunning. Now, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the blood and gore that's on the dinosaur. It's a little bit over the top. I think they kind of went a little bit overboard with it. I don't really mind it here on the sides. You can see that they actually sculpted those wounds in her leg, and then they painted over them. That doesn't look bad. I'm cool with that. But here on the side of her belly, there's nothing sculpted there. They just painted these slash marks on her. Same with the head over here. You can see that they just kind of painted those there. On the opposite side of the dinosaur, there's more blood. And if I were to open it up, you would see what that looked like. But I just don't have the room to display two of these. And just to show you a quick comparison, here I have the battle damage Tyrannosaurus Rex and Monolophosaurus. This is the extreme chompin size T-Rex, quite a bit smaller, obviously. I just wanted to show you that the blood splatters and markings on both of these are exactly the same. So that is pretty interesting to note as well. And just to add on to what Sam was saying, I think that this is an absolutely stunning dinosaur. Now, I was very impressed with the extreme chompin T-Rex. I was very impressed with the thrash and throw T-Rex, but I am absolutely overwhelmed by how freaking awesome the Super Colossal T-Rex is. Of the two, I decided to go ahead and open the regular release right here. It's a completely clean release without the bloody battle damage markings and without the roar, which is okay because this is just going to be sitting up on a shelf where I'm not going to really be messing with it too much. So I'm totally okay with that. Aesthetically, I think it was the right decision. This is just absolutely stunning. And you guys might have to fight me on this, but I would go as far as to say that this is the best, greatest Jurassic Park toy ever released. And I say that as you guys know, someone who's been buying these toys since 1993. This is absolutely incredible. It's definitely the best T-Rex, but in my opinion, the best Jurassic Park toy ever. And I say that because of its sheer size. I mean, not just the size, but how incredibly sculpted it is, how incredibly detailed it looks. Yeah, the paint could have been a little bit better. The tail is a little bit on the skinny side. Beyond that, though, I mean, it's just absolutely stunning. And I say that especially about the head. I mean, it just looks incredible in the way that you can articulate both the upper and the lower jaws. You can close the mouth all the way. You can get it standing upright, as Sam was showing you. You can have it kind of more low to the ground. There's just some pretty good options with posing this, and it's just a work of art. Sure, it's not in scale. For that, you have the thrash and throw. It's just an enormously big Tyrannosaurus Rex, and in and of itself, as a standalone product, it is immensely impressive. It's extremely gratifying to look at and an absolute must-have if you're a Jurassic Park collector on any level, or even a Jurassic Park fan that doesn't normally buy the merchandise. I mean, this is an essential. If you love toys, this is essential. I cannot praise this enough. Despite its imperfections, despite the amount of space it's going to take up on your shelf, you got to get one of these, and you got to get it out of the box. That's the only way to fully appreciate it. I love this, and it's easily my favorite dinosaur in my collection right now. Easily my favorite. I love my red Rex that I've held dear for 25 years. I like this even better. Alright, my friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If so, do remember to like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you picking up the Super Colossal T-Rex? Have you taken it out of the packaging? How do you like it? Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to Cantina Chatter on iTunes. Remember to follow Sam at RaptorQueen89 on Instagram. And as always, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Cretaceous Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.